In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix a neck hump at home using no special equipment. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to help get rid of a dowager's hump, also known as a neck hump or buffalo hump, which is primarily caused from forward bad posture that leads to hunching into the upper back and neck over time. This video is going to be broken up into a very easy to follow 3-part guide. Each part works differently, but when you put them together, you'll get the best results. With the parts, go through them all and target any weaknesses that you might have. Really try to address those. As a bonus, all of these exercises can be done at home, do not require any special equipment, and may give quick neck and upper back pain relief, even in as little as 30 seconds. So let's get started and fix that neck hump at home right now. A dowager's or buffalo hump tends to form over time due to forward bad posture. What happens also, the joints, the muscles become stiff, you get a lack of mobility. I tend to say everything at that point starts to rust up. So we need to break through that tightness, build mobility back into the neck and upper back, and also bring the head backwards into better alignment. One of the easiest ways to be able to do this is right in bed. So what I do is start off right at the edge of a bed. I put a towel or pillow right over the upper back just like this. We want to position our body to the point where our shoulders and head are going to be able to go off just like this. What we're trying to do is bring the head backwards into extension, so a backwards movement like this. I would position your body to the point where your head can just go right off the edge of a bed. You should feel a very deep stretch into the neck, into the upper back, even more so with a pronounced neck hump. You want to hold this position right here for roughly a minute. From there, you can just slide back and take a breather as needed. With this one, you want to progress into holding it for longer. Really try to focus on just bringing the head back as much as you can. Stretch that out. What we want to do from there is then start to focus a little bit more on the upper back. So I'm going to slide off to the point where the edge of the bed is right at the top of the upper back. I'm going to take my hands, place them right on the back of the head. I want to wing my elbows down towards the floor. You should feel a very deep stretch right here into the chest. It should feel like the shoulder blades are also pinching in the back. From there, I'm going to push my head down towards the floor to intensify this stretch. Only go to your comfort level. Really focus on trying to feel it into the neck and upper back, the location of that neck hump. You want to hold this one for at least a minute, but if you're not able to do that, build into it. Then from there, just take a breather and try to repeat this up to 3 to 5 minutes. So about 3 to 5 repetitions. Really try to focus on stretching into this, build into it as much as you can. What I'd like to do is just keep working down. I just slide off just a little bit more, and then I'm going to repeat. You're going to notice that when you do this over the upper back, and I would recommend doing this completely over the upper back, you might get a sudden pop, crack, or release. That is quite normal. This puts a lot of mobility into the upper back, and you can get a satisfying release with it, but don't try to force that pop. But go all the way from the upper back to the middle back and focus on any spot that just feels very, very tight and achy. Like let's say it's right here for me. I want to just hold this position, throw more repetitions in, and target spots that you feel needed a little bit more. But this is just a very easy way to really bring the head backwards into better alignment, fix a buffalo or neck hump, and just let gravity do all of the hard work. In the second part, we're going to focus on trying to strengthen muscle imbalances that are caused over time from being hunched forward. What we want to do is really strengthen the upper back into the neck. Here's a very easy set of standing exercises that you can do pretty much anywhere. With the first one, let's start with very good upright posture just like this. The first movement, I'm going to go into extension with my head. That is taking my head all the way backwards as much as I can. From there, I'm going to straighten my arms off to the side and then overlap the hands just like this. Doesn't matter what side is on top. You can experiment with both. But the movement from here is very easy. I'm going to go all the way back with my head, and then I'm going to lift my arms up as much as I can. During this exercise, you might get a sudden pop or release into the shoulder because it puts a lot of good mobility in there. But really focus on feeling it right up here when you do it. You should feel it into the neck, you should feel it in the upper back, the base of the neck, into the shoulders. It's a wonderful exercise. But try to hold this position for 15 seconds. You're just going to relax, take a breather, and then just repeat this one up to 5 times. With each repetition, really challenge yourself to drive the hands up just a little bit more to target that area where the neck hump is over. With the second part, what we're going to focus on is what is called the YTW. Very easy to do. Again, let's start with very good upright posture. What I'm going to do is put my arms up into a Y just like this, so reach towards the ceiling. We want to make sure the neck is in very good posture, so starting off, I would just do a simple neck retraction like this. Drive the chin backwards. You should feel the muscles in the neck start to activate. The goal with this one is to take the arms backwards as much as we can while it's straight at the elbow. And you should really focus on feeling it into the neck, into the upper back, over the spot of that neck hump or that dowager's hump. Hold this one for 20 seconds. From there, you can just relax, take a breather, and then try to repeat this one 3 to 5 times. Each repetition, again, challenge yourself. From there, we're going to lower the hands down like this to the point where our body is forming a T with our arms straight off to the side. Again, let's get the neck into a very good retracted stance, and then I'm going to take the hands backwards like this. This one feels really good. You're going to notice that it hits the muscles around the neck or the dowager's hump just a little bit differently. Again, 20-second holds. You're just going to relax, take a breather, and then try to repeat this one up to 5 times. With the last one, we're going to do a W. So I'm going to take my elbows, I'm going to bend them, and then take them down to the side like this, so my arms look like a W. Same thing. Get the neck into a very good retracted stance. Take the elbows backwards. You'll notice that this one hits the muscles just a little bit differently again, but try to focus over the spot of that neck hump. 3 to 5 repetitions for 20 seconds. This is a great daily exercise that you can do actually multiple times during a day. So I would recommend maybe doing it first thing in the morning, midday, and also before you go to bed. If it feels really good and gives you relief, you can do it upwards to 5 times a day. So with this part, we're going to focus on one of the main causes, if not the main cause of a neck hump, which is bad posture. It doesn't matter what fancy exercise you do. If your posture is bad, it won't matter. So one of the most effective ways to really change your posture for good is to use something known as a posture board. You can buy these locally at a sporting goods department or buy them online. But knowing me, and I like to make things with what I have around the house. So we can make our own at-home posture board with a piece of wood. In this case, I'm just using a large cutting board and a hardcover book. So use a book you don't like. With this, the more that this is elevated and tilted up, the more challenging this exercise will be. So start off with something thin and then progress into a thicker book as needed. So using a posture board is really easy, and it's very effective towards resetting our posture. The slant of the board in this position will really challenge the body, challenge the muscles to hold us upright, which over time may again help reset our posture and just lead to less issues with a neck hump. I'm going to start off with a posture board right next to a door or the wall. My legs are going to be roughly hip width apart. I'm going to make sure the heels are flush against the door or the wall. From there, I'm going to move up and make sure the back of my legs, my butt, my hips, my pelvis are also flush against it. Let's move up from there and then do the same with the shoulder blades, the shoulders. Make sure it is flush against that door or the wall. We also want to make sure the neck is in a very good posture, so it's not tucked forward or backwards, but just flush against that door. With a neck hump too, you may find that you are drawn forward and your neck is not, or I should say the head is not able to touch the back of that door completely. Do the best you can. Over time, you'll notice that you have more flexibility and the head will be able to touch, and hopefully that also will help diminish that neck or dowager's hump. So what we want to do is once we have this position set, we want to hold it for about 3 to 5 minutes. If you're unable to do this, work into it. You know, you can take a break as needed, but you want to focus on trying to do this 3 to 5 minutes every single day. If you want to take this one to the next level, what you can do is incorporate a little bit more dynamic movement in there to challenge the muscles a little bit more and hopefully lead to better results. So I'm going to get into that nice position again, that nice upright position, and I'm going to start off with what is known as a sprinkler. I'm going to take my arms straight at the elbow, overlap the hands to the point where they're almost going to be able to clap. From here, I'm going to take one side off and then just take it back like this. So the back side of the hand is going to touch the wall. This will just open the chest up a little bit, put more motion into the upper back across the shoulder blades also. It should take you a couple seconds. I just do it in both directions, and then I'm going to do both hands at the same time just like this. Really focus on trying to open up the chest and pinch the shoulder blades in the back with this one. But you want to do this nice and slowly for about 10 to 15 repetitions. If one side does feel like it's really tight and achy and needs more tension, you can throw more repetitions in, target spots that need it just a little bit more. But from there, I like to do what is known as the wall angel. So I'm going to make a field goal with my arms like this, elbows bent roughly at 90 degrees. I'm going to wing the elbows back towards the wall as much as we can. Again, you'll feel a very good stretch into the chest. You should feel the shoulder blades in the back starting to pinch. Once we feel that, let's raise the arms up very, very slowly to the point where they're going to overlap and be able to clap. And then slowly come back down and put our elbows and arms into a W position. With this one, try to do it 10 to 15 repetitions. With each repetition, try to stretch more into it. Bring the elbows back as far as you can, and then just slowly build up and down. In the last part, and I like this one because it really addresses the area over that neck hump, is to make a fist, put our thumbs down like this, and then put our fist right on the side of the head just like this. The movement from here is very easy. I'm going to keep my fist on the side of my head, and I'm going to slowly wing my elbows back towards the door. When you do this, really focus on trying to feel it over the spot of the neck hump. You should really feel it into the neck, into the upper back. Try to pinch those shoulder blades together as much as you can. But once we hit a very comfortable deep stretch over the spot of the neck hump, let's hold this for 15 to 20 seconds. From there, you're just going to relax and try to do this for 5 complete repetitions. With each repetition, try to drive the elbows back just a little bit more. But this is something that you can do daily and hopefully will just put a lot of mobility into the upper back and neck and also improve posture over time, leading to less issues with a dowager's hump or neck hump. If you stuck around to the end of the video, you're going to be rewarded with a great exercise that will not only help get rid of upper back and neck pain caused from a neck hump, but it will also help maintain good upright posture, even more so while seated, and hopefully lead to less issues of a dowager hump in the future. It's known as Brugger's relief position. It's wonderful for anybody that has to sit all day long hunched forward. Think desk workers or students. We're going to start off in a chair. Let's just slide all the way to the edge of that chair. I want to have very good upright posture to begin with. I also want to make sure that my neck is in good position, so I take 2 fingers. What I do is I just put them right on the chin, draw the head back, so we're doing a slight head retraction. You should feel the muscles into the neck really start to activate. From there, I tuck my chin slightly towards my chest. I want to then straighten my arms at the elbow just like this, and then bring the arms back as much as I can. What you'll notice is this draws the chest forward like this, putting the upper back into a very good position, and you should really feel the shoulder blades in the back pinching and the chest opening up. From there, I want to spread my fingers like this as much as we can, and then slowly start to take my palms up towards the ceiling. This will cause the upper back to activate even more, and it should feel like the shoulder blades in the back are starting to pinch together. So really focus on feeling it into the upper back over the spot of a neck hump. You want to hold this position right here for about 20 seconds. From there, just relax, take a breather. On the next repetition, stretch more into it and really focus on trying to challenge those muscles to draw this chest up forward and put ourselves into a very, very good spot for upright posture. But this is something that you can do throughout the day. You can do it every hour if you feel like it helps. But with this one, just try to stretch into it, and I hope that you really get very good improvement with your posture, which leads to less issues with a neck hump. If the exercise has helped, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching.